Life has a way of throwing us into difficult, seemingly insurmountable situations. Whether it's a personal loss, a failed relationship, financial hardship, or moments of deep uncertainty, we often find ourselves asking, "Why me?" But what if those moments of hell aren't a punishment, but a divine intervention, a necessary path toward your growth, understanding, and inner peace? In this article, we'll explore how Stoicism can help us understand why God sends us through hell, and how we can come out of it stronger and more centered. We often see suffering as a curse, a punishment, a roadblock that stops us in our tracks. We feel defeated, lost, and sometimes even hopeless. But what if I told you that suffering isn't the end of the road, but the beginning of something far more profound? Imagine if we viewed our hell as a tool for transformation, rather than something to fear or resist. What if, instead of asking why we suffer, we asked, "What can I learn from this? Why did God send me through this?" When you're faced with adversity, consider it an opportunity for personal growth. Perhaps God sent you through hell because this is the experience that will allow you to become who you were always meant to be. It is in the darkest moments that we often discover the light within us. Remember, God doesn't send us through hardships without reason. The struggles you face today are the seeds for the strength, wisdom, and character you'll possess tomorrow. Through pain and suffering, we are shaped into the person we were always meant to be. It's in those moments of darkness that the light of our true potential shines the brightest. 2. Resilience, the gift that Stoicism offers. In Stoic philosophy, there is a concept called amor fati, which means love of fate. It teaches us to not just accept, but embrace the events that happen in our lives, no matter how difficult or painful they may seem at the time. This perspective is transformative. When you love your fate, you stop resisting suffering. You start to understand that everything happens for a reason, and that reason is often far beyond your current understanding. Every challenge is shaping you into someone more resilient, more wise, and more at peace with yourself. Stoicism reminds us that hardship is not inherently bad. It's our perception of it that makes it so. If we can shift our mindset and embrace the struggle, we begin to understand the depth of our own strength. 3. The power of perception. Control what you can. One of the fundamental teachings of Stoicism is the idea of distinguishing between what is within our control and what isn't. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you're going through hell, it can feel like the world is out of your control, but you always have the power to control how you respond to your situation. You can't control the fact that life is hard or that challenges will come your way, but you can control your attitude toward them. You can choose to remain calm, focused, and determined, no matter the storm. The act of surrendering to the uncontrollable aspects of life is liberating. It means you're no longer a slave to your emotions or circumstances. It means you can take ownership of your peace and your happiness, no matter how difficult your environment becomes. 4. Building a stronger sense of self through adversity. In Stoicism, there is a concept known as virtue, which is the pursuit of moral excellence. The Stoics believed that we grow through our actions, not our thoughts alone. When life gets tough, we are given the chance to practice virtue through patience, courage, and wisdom. Every moment of suffering allows us to become more virtuous. By facing hell head-on, you learn to navigate through it with grace. And when you emerge from the other side, you're not the same person who entered. You are stronger, wiser, and more attuned to the deeper purpose of life. Why hell becomes heaven in time. The hardships we face are not meant to break us. They are meant to build us up. Think of it like forging a sword. Through intense heat, pressure, and hammering, raw material is transformed into something far stronger than it was before. So too are you shaped through your trials. 5. Stoicism. Practice to change your mindset. Stoicism is not just a philosophy for ancient philosophers. It's a way of life that anyone can practice, even for just 30 minutes a day. Here's a simple way to incorporate Stoicism into your life and change your mindset. Morning reflection. As soon as you wake up, take a deep breath and ground yourself in the present moment. Ask yourself, what is in my control today? Acknowledge your mindset. Now, gently let go of what is beyond your control. External circumstances, other people's behavior, and the unknown. Set your will to focus on what you can do, embracing the power within you to shape your day with purpose, peace, and clarity. Either things you can influence, your actions, your attitude. Take a quiet moment to sit with your thoughts. Write freely, allowing your pen to flow without judgment. Start by acknowledging the challenges you're facing right now. What feels heavy or uncertain? What emotions come up as you reflect on these obstacles? Then ask yourself, how can I use this moment to practice resilience? Think about the strength within you and how you've navigated difficulties before. What tools or mindset shifts can you bring into this situation? Next, ask, how can I embrace this challenge as a chance for growth? Consider how this challenge might teach you something new about yourself or open doors to new opportunities. What can you learn from it? How can you come out of it stronger, wiser, or more compassionate? As you write, embrace the idea that every challenge holds the potential for transformation. Practice gratitude. List at least 3 things you're grateful for. This shifts your focus from what's wrong in your life to what's right. Evening reflection. Before bed, reflect on the day. What went well? What could you have done better? How can you carry the lessons learned into tomorrow? This practice doesn't need to take more than 30 minutes, but it can drastically change your perception of the challenges you face. You'll start to see obstacles not as setbacks, but as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. God may have sent you through hell, but it wasn't a punishment. It was a preparation for a life that is deeper, richer, and more fulfilling. The pain you've endured is the soil in which your resilience, wisdom, and virtue have been planted. It is now up to you to nurture that growth and watch it flourish. By embracing the teachings of Stoicism, you can learn to navigate the storms of life with courage, clarity, and peace. Remember, suffering is not the end of the story. It is merely the beginning of the next chapter in your growth. Trust that every trial you face is a step towards becoming the person you were always meant to be. Embrace your hell, for in it lies the key to your transformation.